Let's take a look at social learning theory. Social learning theory emphasizes that people learn by observing other persons, models, whom they believe are credible and knowledgeable. Social learning theory also recognizes that behavior is reinforced or rewarded tends to be repeated. The model's behavior or skill that is rewarded is adopted by the observer. According to social learning theory, learning new skills or behaviors comes from 1. Directly experiencing the consequences of using that skill or behavior, or 2. The process of observing others and seeing the consequences of their behavior. According to social learning theory, learning also is influenced by a person's self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is a person's judgment about whether he or she can successfully learn knowledge and skills. A person's self-efficacy can be increased using several methods: verbal persuasion, logical verification, observations of others, known as modeling, and past accomplishments. Verbal persuasion means offering words of encouragement to convince others they can learn. Logical verification involves perceiving a relationship between a new task and a task already mastered. Trainers and managers can remind employees when they encounter learning difficulties that they've been successful at learning similar tasks. Modeling involves having an employee who already have mastered the learning outcomes demonstrate them for trainees. As a result, employees are likely to be motivated by the confidence and success of their peers. Past accomplishments refers to allowing employees to build a history of successful accomplishments. Managers can place employees in situations where they're likely to succeed and provide training so that people understand how to do it. Social learning theory suggests that 4 processes are involved in learning: attention, retention, motor reproduction, and motivational processes. Attention suggests that persons cannot learn by observation unless they're aware of the important aspects of the model's performance. Attention is influenced by characteristics of the model and the learner. Learners must be aware of the skills or behavior they're supposed to observe. The model must be clearly identified and credible. The learner must have the physical capability, sensory capability, to observe the model. Also, a learner who has successfully learned other skills or behavior by observing the model is more likely to attend to the model. Learners must remember the behavior or skills they observe. This is the role of retention. Learners have to code the observed behavior and skills in memory in an organized manner so they can recall them in appropriate situations. Behaviors or skills can be coded as visual images or symbols or verbal statements. Motor reproduction involves trying out the observed behaviors to see if they result in the same reinforcement as the model received. The ability to reproduce behaviors or skills depends on the extent to which the learner can recall the skills or behavior. The learner must also have the physical capability to perform the behavior or exhibit the skill. Learners are more likely to adopt a modeled behavior if it results in positive outcomes. Social learning theory emphasizes that behaviors are influenced. A motivational process will be repeated in the future. After observing the model and discussing the key behaviors, each trainee is paired with another trainee for practice. Each group is given a situation and a message to communicate. The trainees take turns trying to get their ideas across to each other using key behaviors. Each trainee is expected to provide feedback regarding the partner's use of key behaviors. The trainer also observes and provides feedback to each group. Before leaving training, the trainees are given a pocket-sized card with key behaviors, which they can take back with them to their jobs.